Many of you are probably right now wondering if you should pre-order the Tilta Khronos system for the 17 Pro models that is coming out in end of the month, or if you should get the Blackmagic Camera ProDock, and maybe you're wondering if possible they work together, and yes they do, but of course with some quirks, and I'm gonna just really quickly show you. And yeah, a few things. First off the bat is the cable here is too big, this hard plastic part, that you might be able to fit it inside of the handle to put the handle in the normal spot, but I guess it will be very hard and you might damage the USB-C connector or the cable, so I didn't want to force it, but yeah, it's very tight. Then next up, the light here fits perfectly, and also I can show you it actually works. So also the cooling here, if you see the indicator light works, because you don't actually need to connect the cable from the handle to the phone. You just need to connect the handle to one of the connectors on the cage. So that way you could use the handle to power the cooling so you never overheat, and the light, and then the Pro Camera Dock from Blackmagic would handle all the rest. So here you would make the SSD cable, headphones, audio, maybe if you need timecode. That's the only reason why you would actually use the camera dock together with the Khronos system if you need the sync, because yeah, anything else, the SSD and the mic, you can also connect here. The only other main difference is the amount of ports, and also this has a headphone jack, and I already tested it in my previous video. Headphone and mic jack together work flawlessly. So yeah, that's a benefit of the Blackmagic ProDock, but of course it costs I think almost as much as the ultimate kit from the Khronos system, so yeah, that's quite difficult to justify. But now like this, the ProDock is connected to the phone, so like I said, you can use all those ports completely normal, and the handle is powering the cage, and with that it powers the light and the cooling. And if I turn it around, since the handle is using Bluetooth to communicate with the Blackmagic camera app, you can still, for example, focus. And if I press the function button, now I can zoom. And as you can see, nothing is in the way of the picture. Maybe I can go really quickly to the 12mm to see. As you can see, nothing is blocking the frame, maybe slightly the SSD, but that wouldn't be a problem to adjust and stuff. And also, of course, you can mount whatever you want. First of all, I want to address, of course, it doesn't make sense to have a USB-C hub connected to a USB-C hub, technically. I mean, maybe in some crazy way you could connect them to each other and somehow get it to work, but I guess it would be very unreliable. But since the Ultimate Kit already comes with the hub, and the hub has the perfect RE locating and yeah, connector at the bottom, I would say, you don't need to buy the universal adapter separately. But of course you can, then this would shrink down quite a bit in weight and size, and yeah, would obviously like this would do the same kind of job. But I guess like this is nice. Also you would have a backup, and I guess you could just use the Khronos system normally, and if you ever really need the timecode or something, then you could change it up like this, and like I said, everything would still work. And yeah, of course you can also use the lens mount and everything. And yeah, so if you ever wondered if these two things work together, like I said, you hear all the ports, the cage powering this, and the focus wheel, and of course the shutter button will still work. Now one more thing for run and gun, obviously the Blackmagic ProDock needs power, so you could use a V-mount and just use a little adapter, and you could place it right here, and then use the cable with a 12-volt cable, and then also because it's flat, you could still put it down. I might make a video about this in a couple of days. And also, of course, you can rig up the system however you want, for example. And here's one of my builds with a universal adapter on the NATO rail. So like this, for example, you can connect the DJI mic. If you want to know more, I have a whole video about the Tilta Khronos system and this rig. And of course, you could also put the Rode Go 2 or any other mic like this, and then connect it to the ports here. And like I said, if you use a V-mount battery, either like this, for example, or if you use a tripod, obviously you just put it on a tripod adapter, and then yeah, you have everything you need. Of course, it kind of is a negative that you can't put the Khronos handle in the original spot, but like I showed, you can very easily, if you hold it like this, for example, you could still get the shot, use the zoom, and vertically it would also be very comfortable. So I guess it's not a big deal, and yeah.